Laura from Gold Star Workcare. Today I want to show you some things I would like to use up in 2001. So some things I'd like to pan or just hit pan on. And so I've got a couple of, hang on, got a basket of stuff that needs organising. So first of all, I've got a primer I want to finish off, and this is the Rimmel Stay Matte primer. I had it in a project pan last year, but I didn't get very far because it was winter when it was in the project, and it didn't suit the time of year it was in. And it's summer now, and this is getting quite old. So I would like to use this up, and it feels like there's about where that mark is when I last used it. So it's getting. There's plenty of product in there to use up. I don't know whether I'll get it done this summer, but I'd like to try. And my sunscreen here, my La Roche-Posay Ultra Light SPF 50 Plus sunscreen that I use on my face. I accidentally brought the tinted fluid one instead of the clear one, and I don't really like this one as much as the clear one. I like to put my colour on with foundation or whatever I'm going to use, not my sunscreen. But I don't want to waste it, so I want to use this up this summer. I think it'll come in handy at the beach as well when we're camping. I can just put that on as my sunscreen and pretend I've got some makeup on. The most of the time I don't wear any makeup when I'm at the beach, so. But I'd like to use this up before it expires because I bought it, I say it was close to the end of summer last year, so it's nearly a year old, so I want to get that done and out of the way. I have two liquid highlighters. I have the NYX Born to Glow. What colour is this one? Sunbeam. And I've got the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo, and this is in Gilded Glow. I don't like these on my face, but I do like to mix them with my moisturiser and put them on my body in the summer, so I want to use up these two this summer. This one is nearly gone. This one still has quite a lot left. It's quite a heavy bottle, so I'd like to use those up. I have a few foundations that I'd like to use up. In actual fact, I have more. Hang on. So my oldest foundations are the Rimmel Long Lasting 24-hour ones, and I have to mix these two colours to get my perfect shade. And these are my oldest ones. I had them in my project at the end of last year, and I have used quite a lot. Like you can see daylight through here, so this one's about down to here, I think. And I think there's more in this one. I think this one's nearly halfway. And I'd like to finish these up because they're getting old. I'd also like to use up my L'Oreal Glam Beige foundation. I can only wear this in the summer because it's too dark in the winter, and this has been sitting around in my collection for a year as well, and so I need to use this up. I think it's about here, so that's another one on my list to use up. I'd also like to use up my Maybelline Matte and Poreless here. That's got nearly half a bottle of that to go. And I'd like to use up my Revolution makeup sticks. This one hasn't got that much left. It's the lighter one. I couldn't get my exact shade, so I've got a dark one and a light one, and there's a little more in this one. It's quite warm in here, so it looks like they're melting a bit. But all these foundations, apart from these two, which are my oldest, so I want to use those up in a hurry, but all these ones I brought 2018, 2019, not 2020. So they're getting on, and they need to get used up and out of my collection because I don't want them to go bad and just throw them out, because that's just a waste. And I'm not really that into collecting lots of different foundations. I've sort of been experimenting with a few different ones, but I don't need tons of foundation. And powder products for the skin. I have been using this Maybelline Better Skin powder here, and I almost hit pan on this, but I'd like to use this up. I've been using this just a lot of the year, And I've also been using my Revolution baking powder and lace because I use them together. It's about that much left. May as well use this up, get it out of my collection. I don't know if I can do all of these in 1 year, but I've got the Wet n Wild bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. This is too light as a bronzer for me. It's not a bronzer, it's more like a slightly glowy finishing powder for me. That's what it looks like. So that one shouldn't be too hard to use up because I have used up one of these bronzers. I used up Ticket to Brazil as an actual bronzer, and the pans aren't that deep, so I could use that one up. But I've also got the Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. I suspect this one will still be going at the end of the year, but this one needs using up because according to the back it's already expired. But it smells fine, works fine. I've hardly used that one because I've been using this one. So I need to use those up before I buy any more pressed powders. And got 4 concealers, which I have been working on through this year. I want to finish these up next year because, as you can see, this one's got hardly any left in it. This one is a little bit darker, so probably use this one now in the summer. And same with these ones. The Age Rewind from Maybelline is up to here. This is the lighter one that I've been using. This one's a little bit darker and it's up to here, so I'll use the darker ones during the summer when I've got a bit more of a tan. These ones were the Fit Me Maybelline ones. So they're both Maybelline, but I'd like to get them used up and out of my collection. I enjoy using both of them. I haven't found a cruelty-free one that's easy to get where I am that I like yet, but that's what I want to work towards, finding something like that. I'll probably look at the CoverGirl ones maybe next, but I need to use these up first because I don't want to waste them by not using them. So I use the slightly darker ones in the summer and I'll use the lighter ones in the winter. I have a Maybelline Dream Matte Blush, which I had in a project and I hit pan on, but I'm nowhere near finishing. And you can't really see it as a swatch. I don't think you can see that at all. I've been having a little bit of trouble with when I put it on over my foundation, and then if I want to put a powder product on top, it kind of lifts my foundation. So not sure exactly how I'm going to use that, but I think summer might be when I use it. But once this summer's over, if I haven't finished it, this will be decluttered. I want to use hang on. Bronzer. I've decided I would like to hit pan on these two, which I have had in a project last year, but I never hit pan on them. I'd like to hit pan on these two because they don't look that deep. And although you can't really see, you can see the side of it a bit because I use a big brush in there, whereas the other ones you can't see the side, so it is going down, and I'd like to just use them up. It's supposed to be a blush and contour palette, so yeah, there's definitely highlighters in there. Let's see, this one is really pretty, but it's a highlighter on me, or a blush topper on me as well. They're all kind of, that one would make a nice blush topper as well. These ones are quite light and subtle. They're too light as those two. They're too light as blushes on me. I don't know how much use I'll get out of those ones. And this one's just straight up white, so that's definitely a highlighter. But at this stage I just want to use these two and then I'll reassess what I want to use after that. This is my oldest blush in my collection. This is a Revlon Naughty Nude. This is a really nice natural blush. You probably won't be able to see that either on me. No, yeah, you can't see it, but it's there. But on my cheeks, I'm actually wearing it today with those two from Revolution. It's a really nice one. I'd like to hit pan on it. I'm not going to say I'm going to finish it, because then I wouldn't use anything else for the rest of the year. But I would also, along with this one here, this palette here is also getting pretty old, so I'd like to hit pan on something or some things in this one as well next year. It's trying to get away. The other thing, it's over here, the highlighters. This is my oldest highlighter, my BH Cosmetics Highlighter 2 palette. Looks like this. I really enjoy this, and I'd like to hit pan on some shades. I'm not that far away from hitting pan on Whisper, this gold one. So I don't need to use it up, because otherwise the rest of my highlighters would just sit there not being used, but I'd like it to have some pan in it by the end of the year. The other highlighter I'd like to use is the Ofra Star Island. This was one that the beautiful Kaylee Wesley gave me, and I hit pan on it during the year. It was in a project. I'd actually like to finish this one, so that's my plan for this one, to actually finish this one. And then I've got some lipsticks. This is my eldest gloss, so I'd like to use this up. This is a L'Oreal Cream Gloss in Protest Queen. It's just a very nudie gloss. I'd like to get that done. And my Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colour. I can't see how much is in here, but there's not that much in here. I'd like to finish this up because it's getting old, and I can see some of the tube through there, so I'm going to say it's probably around about here. And I'd like to finish this up because it's a really nice colour. It's a nice nude. I enjoy wearing it, but it just needs to get used. And same with my Rimmel Kate 43 lipstick. Goes really nicely on top of this. And I've used a lot of it, but I'd like to finish that up. I didn't use any lipsticks up this year because I didn't have any in projects. And for eyes, I would like to hit pan on my Super Shock Fizz here. I love this colour. The purple one I hit pan on, and my daughter's got it now because she's going through a purple stage where she loves everything purple, so I gave it to her. And I've got the Party Talk Colourpop ones. These were not this year but last year's birthday ones, and I've hardly used them because I just keep them in this thing here and I keep forgetting to use them, so I would like to get some use out of these. I don't know if I'd hit pan on all of them, but just having them look used and hitting pan on some of them would be good. Oops, I just dropped my highlighter. And I haven't got them all here, but I've got a couple here. Got my Focal Law eye toppers and glittery eyeliner. I had this in a project all year last year, and still haven't finished it, but I can't really get any product out of that, but the brush is just really nice to use, so I've still been using the brush. But all these little toppers and things, I would like to get more use out of them. I've got a whole heap of different colours of these Focal Law ones and a few GT ones and things, and I just want to use them more often because very often I don't use them at all. And I have one palette that I would like to get more use of because it's kind of a cream formula. It's definitely a topper formula, so it's the Prismatic BYS eyeshadow palette here. It's very pretty. It's that sort of soft putty like formula, if you can see, and it is beautiful, but it's definitely topper like shades. They go on as swatches on your arm a lot better than they do on your eyes, and they're quite glittery. But I just want to use that some more before it goes off, because it is a soft kind of creamy formula. So those are the things that I would like to either hit pan on or use up by the end of 2001. So let's see how I do. I'm going to be putting them in various projects, as well as doing various eyeshadow things. So I haven't got a pan, my palette kind of thing. I don't want to pan all this, I just want to get more use out of it. And just feel like my collection is being used well, and product isn't going to waste. So that's where I'm at for next year, and you'll see various of these things in my project pans next year. So I'm going to do a few more project pans next year, I've decided. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!